Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm yours truly, the one and only Coin Baron, and today it's time for a new midweek update. And man, oh man, what a week we have had so far. With, of course, on Tuesday, the AMA with Chris Wonderlick talking about a lot of things. It's also going to be, I think, a bit of the topic for today. So I think the topic, also the title of this video, is all about the top 5 ambition of the Cronos chain or of the CRO token. Let's talk about that in a minute, but first a big hello to Kids Pro Crow. Wow, good morning, dude. I am Daf, Jeff Lundy, Terry C, Sanjay, and Björn, of course. Good evening, good morning, wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome, guys, welcome. Let's take a quick peek though at the price of CRO before we move on into anything else. And apologies, guys, for the voice today. I am entirely losing my voice. Not a good sign, not a good sign, but okay, let's take a quick peek here what CRO is doing. And I also tweeted about this today, but what I find quite interesting, and it's not really playing out yet, but if you take a look at how the pump looked for CRO, how the pump for CRO looked in November of 2024, after really a breakout out of a long pattern, you saw about 3 days of pump, then we saw 1 day of red, and then we continued to climb even more. And honestly, if you take a look here, a few days of climb, and then, well, 1 red candle, and today, of course, is not done yet, but it seems like today we might close today red again. However, if you continue to pump like we did in November of last year, then maybe, just maybe, we can actually go back to those levels as you've seen in November. So about 24 cents for 1 CRO. So that might be very promising. Of course, guys, no financial advice here, as always. But I think the real problem here is that what we had in November was also a very bullish market. So I honestly don't know if you guys remember, but in November, everything was booming like crazy. Bitcoin went to 100k, we had Trump coming in, we had, I think, Solana booming, we had, everything was going crazy. Also, back then, the pump fund Solana meme rage was still going on. I think, wasn't also that the time where we had the Hawk 2R launch? I don't know even anymore. It was a lot of bullish things going on, and yeah, today we got some news by Trump. Well, new tariffs on cars created outside of the US. Spooking the market. And also, I find that pretty funny, also General Motors, and I think General Motors is one of the most American companies I know, lost 8% on the stock market. I don't know where they create their cars, probably outside of the US, but well, very interesting days. But we can take a look quickly at what Bitcoin is doing, because Bitcoin isn't doing too bad, honestly. Bitcoin isn't doing too bad, honestly. So again, I do think Bitcoin right now is the most important thing to look at, maybe next to macro. But you can see, if you zoom in a bit more, we're kind of building some momentum here. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. You can see we're getting to, again, a crescendo kind of pattern here for not for CRO, but for Bitcoin. Beautifully within these two ranges, right? Beautifully within these two ranges. Just within 89 and about 87k. That is where we are for Bitcoin. And there's only about, I think, 1 or 2 days left before this pattern is going to close out. Typically these kind of patterns, we don't know. We don't really know. Just based on the pattern, it is also, like with CRO, a symmetrical triangle, but let's say we're a bit bullish, right? Let's say the Fed is going to change its monetary policy, kind of bullish. We know typically April is a good month. So typically I would say this is a breakout to the upside. And also, if you're going to add some different indicators, things are looking pretty good. You can see that as well if you go to CRO again. And it's pretty much the same for Bitcoin as well on the weekly time frame. But for example, the MACD, I talked about this in a previous video, but the MACD, it is going up. The MACD is going up again, so light red. That means positive vibes for CRO, but also for Bitcoin. We can see the same thing for the RSI. It's still in the lower ranges. And also here for Bitcoin, for CRO, the stochastics, they're just getting back into the range again. So that means it is still pretty much like a discount here. And I don't know if I got I think I closed it, unfortunately. But if you take a look at the S&P 500, the S&P 500 also has quite an interesting pattern that we can see for the RSI. Because typically, let me check if I can find it for you guys. So RSI is the relative strength index here. And what I find pretty interesting here, and you guys might have seen this already, but so where we are currently is very low. For Bitcoin, this is not really low, but for stocks, this is pretty low. So we're kind of at the 40 range, The last time we were at the 40 range, that was back here, October 23. And what happened after that one? Well, we quickly went up again. So I don't know if it's a forecast for anything great, but of course the same thing here, right? We were below at the 40 range, about here. But we keep going up. Also here, the big crash of Corona, crash here, brought us up. So guys, if I can tell you anything just based on this one indicator, things are looking good. But you can also see in general, the S&P is not doing all too bad. So the Oracle is saying something about General Motors here. So General Motors builds a lot portion of their cars in Mexico. Aha. Okay, so therefore it's a perfect example of what the terrorists will address. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense then, Mr. Oracle. Thank you. Thank you very much. Interesting though. I really thought with the whole history that they would have made all their cars in... isn't General Motors next to like in the northern part of Detroit, Detroit? I thought Detroit was always the big car capital of the US, but I might be wrong. Even though I live in the Netherlands, or neighbor country is Germany, and Germany, the home of BMW, Volkswagen, Opel, Audi, all the big car brands, you know. And we're getting hit hard as well because we are a neighboring country, so we do supply a lot of the parts needed to actually manufacture. And honestly, Germany isn't really a cheap country to manufacture anymore. Especially, we've got to compete mainly, I think, not with Europe. We're not competing with the US. These day and age, we're competing with China. China is making so good electric cars. I don't know if the finishing touch is that good as well, but the battery technology, absolutely amazing. Also, the software, I think the software is still an Achilles heel, but with AI, also the software they're making for the cars is getting better and better. Anyways, just a little bit of a car thing. I'm really a car guy, guys. I'm really a car guy. I love to watch Top Gear. But anyway, so CRO. If Bitcoin makes like a bullish jump here, it can actually jump up quite high. And that can be the juice or the fuel that CRO needs currently. That's lacking right now. But guys, we've got to understand that only an announcement for like a Trump media partnership of Crypto.com and for the ETFs, that's not enough. That's not enough to fuel the whole market. It's also not enough to just alone bring up CRO. We need some more things happening. And I gotta say this though. I don't know. I don't think I have got Twitter up right now, but I don't know if you guys have seen it. But we've got a new leadership team for CRO, for Cronos. Let me quickly bring up Twitter. Yeah, there it is. Here it is. Exchange Motors. I love the name. Love cars. Love it. Well, here we got it. Cronos Labs appoints Mirko Zhao as Cronos lead. And I was a bit skeptical, but I was also thinking, well, changes were maybe required, right? Changes were maybe required to actually get things rolling again for Cronos and for the Cronos chain. But Mirko Zhao, he's been recently active a bit more on crypto Twitter, so X. And honestly, the engagement he's doing in the community, the type of, I think, leader he is, might actually really help to bring up the chain once more. And also that's, I think, the big part really of this video, because the ambitions are sky high. The ambitions are sky high for CRO. Because if you take a look really at I think the biggest takeaway from the AMA, and ladies and gentlemen, I promised to make a video about the AMA, a deep dive video that's coming. I had a sore throat all day. I can't make videos. But I think the main takeaway, this is by the way an ugly ugly pause here, but okay. I think the main takeaway really from this here is that Chris needs CRO to become top 5. Top 5 is the biggest goal. And they need to be very, very aggressive to get to that top 5 spot. And it makes sense also. Why, if you were a sovereign nation state, why, if you were the US, why would you actually get like a minuscule coin in your reserve portfolio? There's a reason, ladies and gentlemen. There's a reason why there are not that many national silver reserves. No. Only the top one that counts. Gold. Gold counts. So Bitcoin is going to be very important. I think that will be, of course, for many nation states, the golden standard as well. But to matter at least a little bit, we need a top 5 position. What didn't really become clear to me in this AMA is, does it mean a top 5 for the token? Does it mean like this here? So a top 5. This is here coin market cap. And well, top 5 currently, that's BNB. That's BNB. I like that comparison. I really like that comparison, guys. Chris Marszalek, I mean, he's fighting it out with Binance. In his hat, he's like, guys, don't think about cents. Think about dollars for CRO. Think about dollars, not cents. That's really the state of mind that Chris is in. Fight against BNB. And you know, the interesting thing about the fight against BNB, and it's not really entirely correct, but if you start to compare the market cap of BNB, so we're gonna get CRO and BNB. CRO. There we go. If we actually get the market cap of BNB, we're talking about a $3 CRO. A $3 CRO. The only thing I gotta say here is that, of course, it doesn't include the actual increase in supply that has been proposed and also has been accepted. So what's going to happen, of course, guys, is that with this whole proposal that has happened, we'll start minting tokens. And that will be added to the max supply of CRO. And it also means that the market cap is going to rise. The market cap of CRO is going to rise slowly but surely. So that's going to be very interesting. And also that might already be a reason that brings us up in this ranking here of coin market cap. So currently we're doing quite okay. We rose quite heavily from spot 40-ish to currently 39. So not doing all too bad, all things considered. Not doing too bad at all. VDG, welcome. Everybody makes such a fuss about that 100 billion coins, but if every user, talking about 140 million users, buy some CRO, there's only about 700 CRO available per user. In real time, it's a lot less. Some people have millions of CRO. Yes. True that, VDG. That's also why I do believe that Chris is saying, well, guys, think about dollars, not about cents. When though 40 cents, Coin Baron? When 40 cents? Well, Mr. Egggen. It depends, right? If Bitcoin actually goes on a roll again, we do have, of course, this here. We do have this here. So this is the rainbow chart for CRO. This is the rainbow chart for CRO. And it had a beautiful bounce. Let's go to the weekly quickly. I think the weekly is a bit more clear. A beautiful, beautiful bounce after the AMA here. Like this. So let's say this time around, we make a very similar move. We go up like this here. We go up like this here. So we go to at least that 25-cent level. Just based a bit on the positive sentiment in the community. That's a possibility. But then we also get, you know, Bitcoin going to a new all-time high maybe. Let's say it goes to 115. That could be enough to actually get us to the blue band here. And the blue band, that's about 39 cents. That's about 39 cents. Things can roll very quickly in April, guys. Things can roll very quickly. The only thing I gotta say there, though, is that we gotta wait and see, though, I think for the May. There's a May FEC or FED, Fed. There's a May Fed meeting. This FOMC, the FOMC meeting, I mean. Then I'm probably gonna talk about lowering the interest rates in May. I think May or June, those are currently the highest possibilities to actually get a lower interest rate. Any update on the Lion coin? Sure. Let's take a look. Let's take a quick look here, lights. So here we got the Lion token. Honestly, amazing. Amazing. I'm surprised by how it is performing. It goes down a few days, but overall, it's like a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. 1000% gains. Talking 1000% gains, ladies and gentlemen. And that's if you bought on the crypto.com exchange. You could even have bought a bit earlier. You could have bought on a decentralized exchange, like for example VVS. And you could even have bigger gains, but yeah, this is absolutely amazing. GG really for the Lion community. It's a big feat to go to 2 billion market cap. 2 billion, guys. 2 billion market cap. It's a bit unbelievable. I sold a bit off. I sold a bit at about 1 billion, but still got a bit as well. So absolutely amazing. Hello there. I'm making so much Lion on the VVS Finance. Are you doing the farming? Are you doing the farming fit in crypto? Are you doing farming? Because me too, and it's about, I can't show it, but it's about 300%. 300% APR currently, and it's amazing. Yeah, so Fit Crypto is doing the farming. Again, there's no financial advice, guys, but if you go use the VVS DEX, you can actually go to the farms and supply your LP tokens. So LP tokens are liquidity pool tokens, so you can supply liquidity. That's a bit of CRO and a bit of Lion. So you can actually, you are the bank, right? You're the bank, and you're supplying both CRO and Lion token. Then you get rewarded for being the bank, kinda, for supplying your tokens, for making it available for the market to trade. However, there is also something called impermanent loss, and you got to do your own research about that. Basically, you can lose money because if the Lion token is going up, but the CRO token is not going up as much, well, you're going to lose the potential gain of the Lion token. But you will also be rewarded by the amount of CRO tokens going up. That's kind of how it works, but it does deserve, I think, a separate video. Miller Frank, welcome, welcome, welcome. Waves. Random token, when do you strap out of your single strap and strap into your usual double strap? It's a good question, random token. It's a good question. I'm still healing. Honestly, it will take in total 5 months. So for anyone that doesn't know, I broke my shoulder. I broke my shoulder. That's not too great. But it requires a lot of actual practice again to fully heal up. Soon though, I can get rid of the strap. Also impermanent gains. Well, it depends, of course, how you look at it. Thank you, Mr. McConundrum. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we're talking about General Motors, guys, and previously there are also a lot in Detroit. It's called Motor City. But again, General Motors moved to Mexico because of cheap labor. Yeah, makes sense. Thanks for the info, the Oracle. Thank you very much. By the way, if anyone missed it, I don't know if you guys seen it yet, but I've just released a new video. And ooh, this is crazy. It's also a ugly still picture. But yeah, this is my new portfolio video. If you're ever curious, right, how I structure my portfolio, videos right now live, you can actually take a look at it. It's I think quite interesting. It's quite interesting. Dude, Terry, what? Man, welcome, guys. Terry, man, what the hell are you doing, dude? Terry, true legend. I'm strapping in for that one. Terry, thanks for the 5 gifted subs here. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chaotic. Welcome to Jaden, Mr. Nobody, Nex, and Mr. Boot. You gotta thank Mr. Terry C here because you got a month free membership here to the one and only Gentleman's Club. Strap in. Thank you very much, dude. Guys, don't forget to join the Discord as well. You got like a link in the description down below. And then you also got some exclusive stuff. So welcome to the club. Strapped in, Nex is strapped in. I love it. Shh, nobody, don't ruin the fun. Nah, okay, that's actually really nice. That's really nice of you, dude. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Is it your shoulder or your clavicle? I've never heard of clavicle. My English isn't that good. It was really the shoulder. Really the shoulder. Thank you so much, guys. I was doing the stream last Tuesday during the AMA, and all the love from the community. It's really really heartbreaking sometimes. In all honesty, it's quite a journey being unemployed and trying to do this full time. So I really appreciate this. Ooh, Jorge actually swapped out 80% of Crow for Lion. Already at 3x, crazy, dude. Be a bit cautious though, Mr. Jorge, because I do think that at some point the risk reward is going to probably switch around again. I have seen too much people lose money as well, or lose their gains, but there's no financial advice. I'm slowly, you know, also getting those gains out. It's of course, you have to remember, even though it's a utility token for the Lion ecosystem, it is also a bit of a meme. It's also a bit of a meme, and I do believe that currently with the current valuation, so we're talking about almost 2 billion market cap, right? What is Cronos at? 2.6. It's almost a flippening here. It's almost a flippening. So my personal take on this is that Cronos CRO has a lot more utility. It has its own chain. It has Visa cards. I mean, that one deserves 2.6 market cap. 2.6 billion. And I don't know if, Lion has the same potential as Crow. Don't know if it's a bubble. I honestly don't know. I do actually believe that Lion has quite some potential to grow, but also that's mainly the case because if Crow is going to grow, Lion token will also grow together with Crow because it's paired. So someone was asking this to me. What do I think is the potential for the Lion token? I think Lion token actually has a potential to go up to like 10 cents this cycle. I think 10 cents is honestly possible, but it's also when Crow is going to pump, right? I mean, I've been talking about this for years already. I've been talking about this for years, but Crow is going to $1. Love it or hate it, Crow is going to $1, guys. And even more, maybe. I honestly believe that. That's no financial advice here. I would like to see though that today, I think today the real battle is holding 10 cents. I really like to go back to 10 cents today. That would be very nice. Or at least I would like to close the week at 10 cents. Today we're a bit below it. We're a bit below it, but right now Bitcoin, I think guys, we gotta look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is so close to the end. Bitcoin is getting so close. We drew this pattern, I think, last Sunday. It's still holding perfectly. Terry, thank you so much, dude. You gotta thank, I think, yeah, it was Cliff, of course. Cliff did a crazy 10 sub gift. I like it though. Terry, what card do you have? You got the green one, the blue one, icy white. Opinion on CRO with knife, considering buying some. I don't know, me myself. I love the community, but I don't know, man. The creator, I don't know if he's completely out now. But when Jojo was in the community, I really liked it. But I don't know. Big fan of Jojo. So if he's here, guys, strap in for Jojo. Still like the community though. Coin Baron, are you still playing Main City? Yes, almost daily. I'm actually gaining a lot of ground now. If you guys don't know, I've got a link in the description down below for Main City. It's a game in the loaded line ecosystem. I'm not playing right now, but it's a game. It's an idle game though, so you have to log in like once a day. I don't know if you can really call it playing. It's more like clicking sometimes. Ooh, CRO is just getting started. Yeah, I got the same feeling. Miller Frank, I'm going to transfer all my CRO coin into Bitcoin. Are you talking about the CRO with knife token or the other one? Ah, okay. Jorge actually did the wise thing. He pulled out some money, swapped out something to USDC as well. I mean, guys, especially with those risky tokens, I'm not saying that this Lion token is like the highest risk token. But especially with meme coins, I would say take profit. Take profit, because I've seen too many tokens just die off. You guys remember maybe the peanut token? The peanut? Those tokens that are based on news or like a news article or something happening, they just die off so quickly. So take profit when they have a quick rise. I don't think that peanut will ever become very relevant again. It might have a bit of a dead cat bounce, but no financial advice. But this is super risky. This is super risky. The clef is the small bone that connects the shoulder to the neck and the front. No. It was actually the opposite. It was it's this part of the shoulder. They never has a name, but like where the arm connects, like the kump, where the shoulder is inside. It was very painful. It was very painful. FFR, CRO has built-in roadmaps. CRO has a built-in roadmap and it pumps therefore. We've got banking, we got the stable coin, we got Cronos 1. Chris may have a plan to reward CRO holders with extra APY as well. So CRO should be in the basket of assets backing stablecoin. I don't know if I would do anything like backing stablecoins, I would do that with actual dollars or euros. I think that's always the better choice. Some people or some platforms tried actually to do backing with different tokens, for example with Bitcoin. However, yeah, we know how that ended, right? We know how that ended. If you guys don't know anymore, this is UST. This was an algorithmic stable coin. So for the longest time, it was backed 1-to-1. So 1 UST was $1. But when it lost the peg to it, it completely went haywire. Currently, you could buy about, what is it? 10 UST, so $10 for... oh no, actually it's 1 cent currently. It's crazy. Guys, if you ever think about stable coins, choose one that actually is backed by actual dollars or actual euros. I think this is also very risky. You know, I'm a risky person. I like risk. Don't get me wrong, I like risk. The reward period of Lion token starts in about 10 days. So maybe a drop can be imminent. Interesting. I'm really curious how big of a drop it can be though. What's the APY? About 2% or 3% VDG? If you tell me not to sell my CRO, I will not. I will not give any financial advice, guys, on this platform. How is CRO with knife doing though? How is it doing? I have no clue. CRO with knife. Let me check. Ah, there it is. It's nice to see it on. This is a painful chart, though, isn't it? I had a bit of a pump. It had a bit of a pump here, so because it's paired with Cronos for a big part, it pumped together with Cronos, but that makes sense. So if Cronos is going up, CRO with knife also is going up. That's a good part. The only thing is that I think if you take a look at the CRO with knife, the car CRO pair. So what's like CRO versus CRO with knife? I think CRO is winning. So you got like CRO is going this way and CRO with knife is going that way. So yeah, I don't know. I got a very small allocation in my bag. You can check my portfolio, but it honestly is in the other category. Whoa, is that true? Do we have 5 green candles? Is it 5 green candles already in the week? Oh, from now on. That actually might be possible. I mean, if you repeat this pattern, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you can't see. If we repeat this pattern from beginning of November, at least 3, almost 5 green candles. So why not? If we get something like this, honestly, that might be 5 green candles. I really like what's happening, guys. Here again, Bitcoin is pumping again. It tried to escape here. A beautiful retest on this line. So I'm honestly, I'm believing here. Also, a bit of news. I don't know if you guys like Oscar Ramos or the Crypto Report. Tonight, we will be uploading again a new CROcast to discuss all that happened just last week. So if you haven't heard of the CROcast before yet, go to Oscar Ramos, go to my channel, check it out, search for CROcast. So we'll do like a podcast, like a roundtable discussion with Oscar Ramos, Crypto Kip, and also Black Sea, and me myself, of course. So that will be recorded tonight. I think it will be uploaded on Oscar Ramos' channel. So give him a follow so you can actually keep up to date with that one. And I'm actually quite interested myself because I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Black Sea, super bearish. I've seen Crypto Kip, super bearish about the CRO token. Me myself, and also Oscar, I think we were like, probably will be fine. Taking a look at the chart, yeah, we are fine. The only thing, of course, is, guys, I'm really curious about this new leadership. The new leadership we're talking about. Because let's talk about, I think, the big topic of today. The big topic of today is the ambition. The ambition we're talking about. So Chris Marzalek was talking about a top 5 valuation here. A top 5 valuation for Cronos. He didn't really talk about, is he talking about like the market cap? I mean, we're going to climb the market cap if we're going to print more tokens, and we also get the same kind of demand. So that's happening. That is definitely happening here. But what I think he's mainly talking about is this here. You guys know this site? It's called DeFi Llama. It's called DeFi Llama. And DeFi Llama is a tool that actually keeps up with all on-chain data. So DeFi. And I think the biggest way to increase demand on the short term for CRO is kind of going the Solana route. It's going the Solana route like we see here. So I think this is a very important ranking that we need to take a look at. I think what is the most important one here is active addresses, so active amount of users. But let's take a look quickly where we are. So this is currently where Cronos is, number 16. Cronos is actually climbing a bit, but Cronos is currently not very relevant as a chain. Not very relevant. Unfortunately, it doesn't count the amount of active addresses, but I can tell you it's very low. It's about 5,000 a day, I think, about 5,000 a day. I gotta say though that we also have a second chain and also a third chain for Cronos. So for example, on rank 85, you can see Cronos ZK EVM. So we've got basically two chains, but Cronos is just not very relevant. We are below Solana, below Bitcoin, below BSC, below Tron, below Barachain, also below Base. Base and BSC, also based on a crypto exchange, are I think currently our biggest competitors. But I think we definitely can make it to top 5. But what we need to take a look at is, for example, the amount of volume we have on the chain. So I also want to quickly check out a tweet by Alex. Alex is one of the people working on the Cronos chain. He has his own company. It's called WolfSwap. I think you guys, well, you guys see it right now. We're kind of sponsored by WolfSwap. Thank you, Alex. This is, by the way, no shill, but I really just want to talk about, you know, can we get it? Can we get to top 5? Can we really get to top 5 on the chain side? So he made this tweet, and I think it's a really good tweet. It's a really good tweet. So I'm quickly going to share it to you guys, and then we go back to some chat. But take a look at this here. For Cronos chain to be top 5 chain, it would need to 10x the total value locked. 10x. And he's saying it's not really interesting because we can kind of cheat the total value locked, because if we can actually manipulate the market cap, like because we're printing more CRO, we might be able to, well, manipulate the total value locked a bit. But that one is still interesting. So of course we need more total value locked. We also need a lot more volume here on the chain. Will be very interesting. Volume means amount of transactions, and also in US dollar volume, of course. So let's say we're going to do a lot more trading on chain. That will help the volume. Also the app revenue, so the amount of money the apps make. So we're talking about WolfSwap, we're talking about VVS, we're talking about games on chain. That is also very interesting. And we're going to talk about 15x stable total value lock. So the amount of USDC, amount of USDT, and potentially also the new crypto.com stablecoin called USD1. And I think here it kind of shows. So this is really what we need to take a look at. All these chains here, for example, we have seen so far throughout the years, Ethereum is king. Ethereum has been king. BSC though, BSC had done a lot of volume. It's the purple one or the pink one. And recently, of course, we got Solana. Solana is also, I think, an outlier. Solana though is down again. So can we become the number 5? Can we do it? Can we really do something like this? Become like BSC, just do crazy volume. It's not impossible. Not impossible. What I like though is that the new leadership, Mirko actually responded about this. He responded on this, and I don't know if I can find it anymore. But he is really trying to commit to communicating with the community, and also, where is it? Here it is. He's really trying to bring us to that level, to those goals. So he was also mentioning here too, those goals are all very relevant. Another one to add though is the amount of active users. We're continuously brainstorming and building new demand funnels and chain level tools to enrich the value offering for Cronos and attract new users. This is, I think, still very much business talk. This is very much business talk, but he's at least responding, which I really, really like. So good stuff. Good start, I think, coming for Cronos chain. We needed, I think, a bit of change. We needed some fresh wind. It's going to be, I think, a good time, guys. It's going to be a good time. We might actually see a golden age of Cronos. I was kind of laughing about it the first time we talked about the golden age of Cronos, but it might be happening. It might be freaking happening. And it's very exciting. It is super exciting. First, though, let's break 10 cents once more. John is very excited about Crow live today. John, welcome again. Love to see that member badge as well. Lion, though, is really holding due to some top main city players staking for 5 years. I talked about this in a tweet, Kid Pro Crow. And yeah, I think the community is the biggest asset for the Lion token. It is not like Barra. It is not like all the other balls. It's not like Dip token. Lion has an actual community, actual utility. It's great. Honestly, it is great. Next, though, is very bullish about... Do you think next it's reasonable to go to top 5? Do you think it's reasonable? Wait a minute. XRP Bully is saying, I told you Capybara Nation would pump. Wait a minute. Did Capybara actually pump like crazy? Let me check. I think Capybara actually did some cool work, but also traded a nuts token. Capybara Nation. Let's go. Oh, whoa. I'm honestly... Consider me surprised. Consider me surprised, Mr. XRP Bully. We're basically back at those previous levels, but that's really cool. Then we're getting close to like 500 million market cap. Not too bad, not too bad. What do you think about buying gold? Like physical gold? I don't know. I don't know. I love crypto. I love the way it's all digital. What do you guys think? Do you guys hold gold? I'm actually really curious. Let me ask the community quickly. Do you guys hold gold or any physical assets? Let me quickly make a poll here. Fulcrum on Cronos, any thoughts? I have no clue. I have no clue. Well, I mean, Fulcrum, it's a great platform, but do they have their own token? They got their own full token, right? They got their own full token. I don't know about the full token myself. Platform, I mean, it's a good platform. Not the best. I think Hyperliquid currently is still, even though Hyperliquid has quite some controversy about it, but still it's a better platform. The fees are also, I think, a bit more reasonable. Do you hold? So I quickly asked the question to the chat here. The question is, do you hold some gold? I'm curious. And I'm not talking about like gold rings. If you guys are married or if you hold some actual gold rings, I mean, that doesn't count. I'm talking about, you know, something next to like a gold ring. So far, it's 6% is saying yes. Interesting. You guys, there are some gold bucks in here. There are some gold bucks in here. I like it. Gold till question. I think gold had quite a good run. Gold had a really good run, guys. Let's take a quick look here. Wow, it's crazy though. New all-time high after new all-time high after new all-time high. If you had gold, it's been a good run. It's honestly been a good run. So congratulations. It's crazy. With all the wars, with all the uncertainty, with all the tariffs, this is going to pump, of course. My personal take, though, is that whenever, you know, the Trump tariff thing, we have seen this before, right? It's again the 2017 playbook. We have seen this. We know how it's going to end it. In the end, it's about Trump making deals, right? He wants the best for America, and he knows that tariffs are not necessarily the best. Not necessarily, but he knows that it can be a perfect pressure, a perfect way to pressure other countries to do whatever the US wants. So I know how this is going to end in the end, and I think the tariffs will, they will still be there. They will still be there until the next administration, but we're going to slow them down quickly until we got like a crazy good deal. So we all know it's going to end once all the uncertainty is over. Once we actually, hopefully, guys, we're going to end the war. Hopefully, we're going to end the war in Ukraine. I've seen some first steps with, of course, the peace in, I think, the Black Sea. Black Sea, I like that, by the way. Black Sea. Don't stop Black Sea, just peace in Black Sea. But also, of course, Gaza. I hope that's all going to be resolved. When it is all done, we're going to have a lot of, I think, you know, rest in the market, and then also gold is less desirable. And then also, I do think that gold will have a cooldown, and we're also going to have a lot more printing from the Fed. So what if, I think somebody said it as well in the chat, what if we're going to sell off gold into Bitcoin? And while I'm saying that, Bitcoin is moving again. Bitcoin is moving. 1.1 plus 1.22% though today. Bitcoin is, gold is doing good. There might be though, according to me myself, a big pump at the tail end of the cycle. I think that's true. So if I'm looking at how the cycle typically works, the most risky assets will have a pump near the end. The good thing I think about CRO at Knife is that it has, of course, a bit of history. It's the first meme token, it's one of the first actual meme tokens on Cronos. It has a community, so, and it's also listed on crypto.com. That also does help. So, I mean, the card pump is definitely in the cards. It's definitely in the cards. GB fits though, 99% into card. That's risky. That's risky, but I like it. No risk, no reward. XGen is talking about the new rewards section. But how the hell are you meant to get all those diamonds for the rewards? Also, do you know how much CRO do you get from the boxes? Typically, you get about three CRO, between 1 to 4 CRO, Mr. XGen in one box. It's not too much, but it's free CRO. So for anyone that doesn't know, if you go to the crypto.com app and you press on, I think the top right shows rewards or missions, something like that. You gotta do it daily, so daily login, and then you get one diamond for free. And if you got 25 diamonds, you can actually buy a mystery box for free. And that means, yeah, like I mentioned before, 1 to 5, I think, free CRO, and I think every CRO for free. It's definitely very nice. Especially considering I'm guys, how I approach CRO. One CRO is $1, right? That's how I think about CRO always. When I think about spending CRO, maybe for gas fees or for anything, like one CRO is $1. That's how I approach it. It's also why I'm stacking CRO like crazy. But okay, yeah, we were talking about something, right? Weren't we? Oh yeah, the diamonds. So what you can also do is if you make buys in the app, you can also get additional CRO. I think it's about, if you do $500 worth of app buys, then you get additional diamonds, the maximum daily. So what I'm personally doing myself is I do not buy that often in the app. The app is quite expensive. So if you guys don't know, I love crypto.com, but the app fees are pretty big. So I recommend to do your buys on the crypto.com exchange, not the app, the exchange. There the fees are more and more reasonable. However, to maximize your rewards, I do think it's actually quite wise to get those rewards plus levels, and then also buy just enough to get into those rewards plus levels. So what I do, I buy about $1,000 every month of CRO or any other token, because you are required to do $1,000 of buys to get into the rewards plus 10 level, I think. So that means you can actually do a few buys every month within the app and also get different diamond levels. Yeah, that's kind of how I do it myself, maximize the amount of diamonds. It's expensive though. Chicken Taco coming with a very important advice. Hit the freaking like button. Hit the button, guys. Hit the button. There we go. How about the gold bucks? Okay, so actually we got quite some interesting investors in the chat. Almost a quarter holds quite a bit of gold. Interesting. I like it though. I mean, you guys are, I think, wiser than me. You guys are wiser than me. I'm way too risky with this. There will be this pump in the end. So CDC and VVS have liquidity locked up until April 26th. They have a bid that has been suppressing major pumps. We've been following the wallets closely. Is that for the crow with knife token? Cool though. Very cool. Didn't know that. They all switched to XRP. I don't know. Well, what are we talking about next? So XRP bullying is saying, well, for the rewards in the boxes, it kind of differs. So you got like bronze, silver, gold. The max I ever got was about 6 crow. Yeah, exactly. So I think you get mainly, you most often get the silver one, which has about, I think 2 to 3 crow. But sometimes you do get some other ones. Ah, okay, yeah. So Black Sea and Oscar Ramos and Kip are mainly talking about XRP now. I mean, the XRP army is great, but you know what the thing is, guys. You know what the thing is. If you take a look here at the potential for crow, the potential for crow is crazy. From this point onward, we are about at 10 cents. Let's say conservatively, we go to $1, right? I think $1 is like the lowest I imagine to get there. It's about 884%. I cannot see. I expect a decent future for crow, for XRP, right? But XRP has already pumped quite heavily. XRP has already pumped quite heavily. I think it is very unreasonable to assume that XRP from this point onward rises another 800%. Then we're getting to Bitcoin levels. That is unlikely, very unlikely in my opinion. So Next really believes into Crow because they are invested in sports in the US. I do like how they do marketing, and also recently they did engage in a prediction market. So I think March Madness or April Madness, I don't know what's called, for like football, American football. They're doing prediction games again, and I think that's big there. Unfortunately, prediction is not really available here. Well, I will watch the stream just because you will be there. Thank you. It won't be a stream, by the way. It will just be like a regular video. It will be an hour long, though. It will be an hour long. But do you use Fulcrum with Baron? 200x leverage. Guys, I really advise you to be careful with leverage. I like it for fun and giggles, but it is dangerous, especially with Crow. Bitcoin might be the only asset I would do leverage trading with, but you know, it's cool that this is even possible. You can do 1000x on Moonlander for the real crazy people. Con, welcome. So GPay Fitch is saying, well, I don't think they were referring to the basket ETF on the roadmap. No, I think the basket roadmap or the basket ETF. So you will have, if you guys don't know, there will be this ETF with Trump Media that will contain Bitcoin. So a Bitcoin ETF, nothing new about that one. There will also be a Bitcoin/ETH ETF. That one is crazy. But also a Bitcoin, ETH, and Crow ETF. And that one is going to be absolutely freaking bullish for CRO. We don't know yet when it will come to the market. It needs to be approved by the SEC. Typically takes 9 months. So yeah, right now we can speculate, but unfortunately the real demand will only come later, unfortunately. So we've got to wait. We've got to wait and see, but I'm bullish about this as well. Could you bring it up, JP? Could you bring it up? Macafari, welcome. Welcome. Skywalk as well. Bitcoin all the way. Let me know, Skywalker, by the way. Let me know. Are you talking about gold still? Yeah, I think gold will have a run, but I think Bitcoin also will have a run. Sirius is saying gold will have a dump into Bitcoin. Makes sense. A lot of countries have dropped tariffs leading to April too. Kind of mad how not many people talk about that. What countries? Did I miss any news article? I think the EU is going to have countermeasures again against the car trades. So curious. So I staked full on Fulcrum last year. They let you cash out CRO. You can also, but you can't cash out eFull. Okay, interesting. I need to learn more about Fulcrum. Mr. Godfather, are you Dutch, Coin Baron? Yes, I am. I definitely am. Ooh, we got a unpopular opinion here. I love those. I'm hoping to see CRO chop around 7 to 10 cent range until the market gains strength again. I don't hope so. Or well, I hope so because I can actually DCA it more cheaply, but yeah, we've got to wait and see, Mr. Cynical, because Bitcoin is about to break out, I think. And if Bitcoin makes a good breakout here, that can be a good catalyst for the market to recover, including altcoins. XRP Bully is saying, well, gold? No. Silver. Yeah, let's go. Hubley saying, well, I do use the app. It's really good for beginners. That's true. But I don't know, Hubley, how long you've been trading in crypto. At a certain moment, I do recommend to take the second step. And that's to really use an exchange. An exchange, it might look a bit scary, right? It might look a bit scary. It's not like as simple as the exchange. Let me quickly bring it up. And I also got a link to it, by the way, in the comments down below. Description, I should say. But at a certain point, I do recommend to level up to something like this here. It looks maybe very scary, but if you start to learn how a limit order works and how you just can enter like a price, it's going to change your life for good. I think it's going to be definitely helpful. Maybe that might help you. I will be making a tutorial soon, actually, how to use the exchange. So maybe just subscribe for that one and also hit the like button, of course. But it's just a little bit of advice. So actually today, silver pumped a lot. I missed that one. You're okay, Hubley. You're okay. I don't believe that XRP has a max supply. Am I wrong? There is a max supply of XRP of 100 million. 100 billion, I'm sorry. 100 billion max supply. We can also see that over here to the left of me. So the max supply is 100 billion. I gotta say currently about, what is it? 59 or 58 is about in circulation. The fun thing about XRP is quite centralized. It's all still governed, I think, by Ripple Labs. And Ripple, I don't know, they're not the most transparent company. But it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. The price is still pumping like crazy. The community is there. I think also technology-wise, they do have, I think, quite a good stack for banks. I'm not entirely sure on that one. So it doesn't really always matter, guys, if it's the most centralized and not the most decentralized token. It can still pump. Definitely can still pump here. Ooh, another unpopular take here. Do you think that the 4-year cycle will become less relevant over the next decade or so? Over the next decade, yeah. So, what Mr. Ken, or Mr. Not Ken, What Mr. Marzalek said in his AMA recently was that the 4-year cycles are over now. I'm a bit less confident in that and the way he said it. I think still the halving, so we got the halving event with Bitcoin mining. Therefore, the supply, the new mine supply of Bitcoin is halved every 4 years. And in the beginning, of course, it had a big effect on the price because suddenly you had a lot less supply coming to the market. But it keeps halving, right? So in the beginning, we made like 10, then we made only 5, then we made 2.5, now only 1. So it's becoming less impactful over time. So yeah, what Mr. Terry is saying here is true. It will become less and less relevant over the decade. However, even in traditional markets, we do see that the 4-year time frame is still somewhat relevant, or the 4 to 5 year time frame. So typically also with stocks, every 4 to 5 years we have, well, not really a bull bear market like with crypto, but also like the better years and the bit worse years for stocks. So I think that the real 4-year cycle will remain somewhat relevant, but like you mentioned, it will slowly dwindle down. That's, I think, my take here. I think this cycle, though, it will still be very much relevant. Not sure why the Crow fam hates Black Sea so much. He has some valid points and still holds Crow. True. Again, I have no hate for Black Sea at all. And if he sells Crow, I mean, he has to do it. He has to do what he wants to do. It's his money. Definitely his money. Why should the Crow ETF work out? The ETH wasn't that great compared to Bitcoin. True. True. I think it's mainly the basket, you know, Bjorn. It's mainly the basket. So what we see a lot these days, I think everyone is, if you're talking about passive investing, everyone is buying those ETF baskets of index funds, right? Index funds, index funds, index funds. And index funds are probably going to be the big future really for crypto, because Bitcoin, like we talked about, you know, the 4-year cycle, Bitcoin will also slowly, you know, start gaining less and less and less. We can also already see that on the charts, right? We can see it already here. If you go to the monthly time frame. Oh, you can't really see that here. You see, right, Bitcoin is gaining less and less and less and less. Every cycle becomes a bit less. And that's fine. However, people still want the gains of Bitcoin. People still want the gains. And therefore, a bit of altcoins, that might be good to actually mix into the index funds for Bitcoin or for crypto. So the more baskets we have, I think the better also for people that want to get into the crypto. And also that will be very bullish for the Crow demand. So I do not think that what you mentioned here, Bjorn, that like with ETH, the single ETFs, I don't think that many people want to buy the single ETF for Crow. It's very risky, it's very niche. True, like with Ethereum. But the basket case scenario, true. That's what Crumpet Hat is saying. So many people will be buying Crow without knowing. It's the same with the S&P 500. People buy the index fund. They know, oh yeah, we'll have a bit of Tesla, we'll have a bit of Intel, a bit of this, a bit of that. But also 499 other companies they don't know. And it will still help, right? I mean, it's fine. You don't need to know what you're buying, but still it will cause additional demand. According to Fitting Crypto, Crow is going to surpass $1 and never look back. I mean, never look back. I think this cycle, this bear cycle, will dump again. I talked about this a bit more in a previous stream, but I do believe we will go back in the bear cycle a bit more. So will we go back to 10 cents? I don't think that's likely. I think there will be a point that we don't go below 10 cents anymore. If I could like your video twice, I would. Hey Kermit, welcome, welcome. Edgar, welcome as well. What did I miss? So much, so much. So VA Freak is saying, well, I got this feeling it's all gonna end by Q4 of 2025. I think something similar. I mean, it makes sense. I think a repeat of last cycle makes a lot of sense. So let's say October, November. October, November, very bullish for crypto in general. So bit of a center rally, maybe even. Who knows? A Crypto.com exchange video will be very helpful. I put it on the list. Groetjes uit Den Haag. Welkom man. Fred de Bruin. For anyone, by the way, living in the Netherlands, it's going to happen near the summer. Probably talk about June or July. We're going to do a meetup in, I think, Utrecht. So it's a very central place in the Netherlands. So if you want to join the meetup, so it's going to be like a Crow fam meetup in the Netherlands. I'm going to arrange something cool. Don't you worry, it's going to be cool. Join the Discord, link is down below, and we actually will choose a place together and you know, get a nice place to drink, maybe do some games, whatever. Have you ever heard of BitX? I've Skywalker. I think Mr. Dr. Crypto talked about this. Nobody, have a good night. Have a good night. GP Fitch thinks the 4-year cycle is done, especially with the ETFs and the 24/7 trading. That does make sense. That does make sense. This might be our last major pump. Who knows? I hope we're gonna get a pump. Some people say the last pump is already over. I think that's kind of what Chris tried to tell us in his stream. Chris was like, yeah, the 4-year cycle is over. Let's take a look at next year, 2026. I really thought that was an interesting take. We're gonna wait and see though. Do you want to buy a Camaro, Crumpet? Inferno is asking, how about the 10 cents? How long? I don't know. The question, of course, is how long. I think it might be over very soon. We talked about this a bit earlier, Mr. Inferno. So what Cronos needs is something like here, right? Cronos had a good momentum thanks to the roadmap, thanks to the AMA. But the pump continued also because the environment was very friendly. So Bitcoin currently it's still indecisive. I think the majority of people are saying, well, April is going to be bullish. So therefore, I think the odds are quite nicely that Bitcoin is going to fly out of this pattern and actually go back to, let's go back to 100k. If that happens, then actually Crow has a good chance to break out of 10 cents very quickly. And this pattern is closing in, I think it's closing this week. Yeah. In theory, next Sunday, guys, we should know more. Next Sunday. So Sunday, guys, we do another stream. It's called the weekly close. Then we're going to take a look really at what's happening here. In a year, take a look at Crow, then bang a few hours into the offer. Crow staking for 15%. I mean, that's cool, right? They just closed the other yearly stake, and then again they do another one. 15% though this time around. Last year it was 20%. I'm sorry. Where are you from? The Netherlands. Another crypto laws friendly. Somewhat. We don't have a capital gains tax, so that's really good actually. We don't have a capital gains tax here. Big players know the go. Just watch what they are doing and don't listen to the paid advertising. Watch wallets of the big boys. I mean, it makes sense. The whales know what to do. The whales know what to do. Guys, it's 10 past 10 here in the Netherlands. Like I mentioned before, I will be doing a video tonight with Oscar Ramos, Black Sea, and also Crypto Kip, Crypto Report. So we'll be doing a new video called the Crowcast. Listen to it by following Oscar Ramos. Soon he will also upload that one. We're going to talk about the AMA. We're going to talk about what happened. We're going to talk about, you know, the whole 70 billion mint. A lot of things happened since the last Crowcast, so make sure you follow that one. If you don't like that, I also have some more videos coming up. Probably tomorrow we'll be doing a deep dive into the AMA. What I really thought about this, what I think about Chris' words, what I think about the plans in general. So make sure you subscribe for that one, and of course also hit the like button here. If you've got anything else, let me know in the comments down below as well if you've got any questions. And finally, I do have one more shill here. I do have a new video. I do have a new video live. my personal crypto portfolio. It's out now, so make sure you check it out. Maybe you can learn a thing or two. I personally do not like to have too many tokens, so check it out. It's live on YouTube. Having said that, guys, I need to go to drink some water, prepare for the next video. So have a good one, enjoy, and talk to you later. Have a good one, guys. Many gold buyers, by the way. Many gold buyers here. Have a great day. Thank you, Bjorn. See you on Sunday.